One mistake a lot of people make is the chickadee sings phoebe, phoebe.
Yes.
And they call it a phoebe because the phoebes are back. And I say, well, no, not yet.
What do the phoebes sing?
The phoebes say, phoebe, phoebe. It's a much more strident, and we may hear a phoebe today. There should be phoebes around here. I'm magnifying this greatly if you want to just see the difference. When they're doing their aggressive or territorial display, they puff up those epaulets and they're a bright red. When you have a bird flying at you with these bright red epaulets puffed up, it's spectacular. They have musculature that they can make them, they move them and control the amount of color they're showing. And right now the male turkeys are all in a frenzy of display. A little song sparrow who just hopped in. He's got the little brown breast spot and some streaking on his breast and 2 brown mustache stripes. There's the longest ones that are hanging down, and then the secondaries are a lighter mottled brownish, all your tail feathers, the ones that are fanned out, and then some of the under feathers. And then the red wattle, and the head can turn really, that farther one has an even bluer looking head. And then the beard that hangs down from their breast.
So they're competing for that female, right?
Evidently. And sometimes they'll do this as a protection. If they've got a group of females around, they'll sort of, it's like their harem.
Does the female always have sort of a ring around her neck?
She has kind of a collar,
Yeah.
a light buffy collar.
Yeah.
The left side up to Fox Hill and then come back through the woods on the secret trail and up to the blind on this side of the pond and past these gourds. Maybe if I can get a purple martin in the scope just to give you an idea. Ospreys, which we should see up at Fox Hill. You have your tree swallows sometimes come back by mid-March. They were a little later this year, and it's just as well because they rely on insect populations, and when it's been so very cold, there are no insects in the air, and so they often will just starve to death. Swallows are all aerial insectivores. They're flying through the air hawking insects all the time. They don't have much in the way of feet for perching, so they couldn't go on the ground and walk along and look for food. If they start their nests by mid-April, and then we have one of our typically miserable April weeks where you get a lot of rain and things, their young will starve because there's nothing to feed them. He flew off when I wasn't looking, but he's hunkered way down. Barn swallows. And if you look above you, you will see nests up in these rafters. And when I came down here earlier, they were sitting in here looking. I don't know if they'll reuse these nests or if they'll build new ones.
They seem to come every year.
There are not a lot of places for barn swallows to nest anymore, so we tolerate them in here because we need to provide nesting, and they hope the swallows would use those as a place to build their nest, and a few have over the time, but they really like being in here where they can be really dry and cozy. Here's the mallard, so I gotta see if this snipe is anywhere visible. Oh, he is. I've got him in the scope.
What do you see?
A snipe. You're going to see, it's very cryptic. I can walk the Cohasset Golf Course on Mondays when they're maintaining it, and there's a big water feature in the golf course, and when I walk by I always flush snipe at this time of year. They're feeding along. They tend to feed along water edges.
Hopefully after the bobbling.
Top of the box. The bluebird, I'll show you a picture of a bluebird. I'm magnifying this greatly if you want to just see the difference. I just got myself a new spotting scope. I had one that was much bigger.